you like to go first?
Sure. I mean, I think with Carolina, there was a whole thing for me with, because you know, when you've read a script, you know what's happening, you know the journey of the character, but it was to pretend that you don't know. And really, she's someone to me that felt like she was in the moment, and there was a positivity to that. I think that's a very positive way to live, is to be in the moment, in the now, because you can't predict the future and you can't dwell on the past. And I really think she sort of is a character that's truly living that way. So she's a sort of positive light in the film. But also there is a slight naivety to her, which I think naivety can be dangerous, because obviously knowledge is key. But that it was important to be aware of those things, but then completely forget about it with her. And yeah, try and live in the moment as much as possible. And I had such amazing co-stars to work with that definitely kept you in the moment at all times. So.
I would describe Mickey, there's a duality to Mickey, there's two sides. You know, I'm obviously narrating the movie, speaking directly to you about what's happening, but as the movie goes on, you find out that Mickey's as flawed as the rest of our characters in the film, and I guess I would describe him as a hopeful romantic, but to his own detriment, willing to sacrifice his own humanity to create wonderful characters. I definitely felt some ghosts of Streetcar Named Desire, but I don't know, also, yeah, I don't know, I certainly, you know, that's not something you think about, really. I think that I was really immersed in the time and the character and how he falls, you know, head over heels for Juno's character, Carolina, and how he's already messed everything up because he's in this crazy thing with Jenny. That's all I sort of worked off.
Monumental.
So helpful.
Yeah. And the fact that we got to film actually in Coney Island and
on the boardwalk,
see it come to life in a way that I'm sure it doesn't in real life anymore, where it was kind of in its prime. And also the costumes, because it takes you back to a different time where men and women presented themselves differently because of wardrobe and you know, the way they shook somebody's hand. There was a whole different sort of formality that would go on, which costume and hair and makeup really make a difference with that. I mean, I had to be in a bloody corset, which definitely makes you, or like a waist cincher or whatever, and that makes you sit differently, you know. And I think that really helps to create a character. And also you've got such incredible people making the costumes and doing the hair and makeup and creating the set, and then Vittorio, you know, lighting this universe for us. So we step in and it's almost like you step into a fairground.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even the scenes I had to do by myself where I'm speaking to camera, I mean, I would walk on set and it can be very intimidating to be sitting up on the lifeguard chair by yourself, and, you know, Vittorio and Woody are, you know, 70, 80 meters away, and it gets further every time I tell it. And you hear someone yell, "Action," but you look around and you see all these extras in the wardrobe and looking like the era, and you feel like I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, we had a lot of, you know, every department.
Attention to detail.
Yeah, was at their tip-top game. Costuming, set design, and obviously Woody and Vittorio, and then this one right here, very good actress. You know,
No,
it's true, and it was. We had a lot of fun making this movie. I kept it as an example of something to never wear again.
Oh, I thought you were going to wear it today, but then you're going to dry clean it because
I recently was on Colbert, pre-taped it, and he said, "Is that a onesie with a belt?" he goes, "Why do you have that belt on?" And I said, "So you know where your waist is."
Smart.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, we have lots of funny memories.
But also just making a Woody Allen movie, I think, is something you'll never forget. You know, it's an opportunity that as an actor is so fulfilling and challenging and terrifying and exciting. It's like a wonder wheel in itself. And I think, like, again...
Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, like, the cast camaraderie of sort of helping each other and the trust that we had between each other and learning lines together, and also Kate Winslet, who, you know, what an extraordinary woman and actress, sort of leading the gang. And Woody, we'd heard all these myths about sort of no rehearsals and, like, not much direction or interaction with him at all. And actually, we've got a lot of rehearsal time. In the mornings, we'd rehearse scenes so they were down to a T, because it was like choreographing dance, kind of. Or, you know, it was like shooting a play. And we got very specific direction from him.
He was, unbelievable experience.
Coney Island, 1950s. The beach, the boardwalk. I work here on base 7. Enter Carolina.
Excuse me, do you know if Jenny's here?
I'm Jenny.
I'm Humpty's daughter. You're his wife?
Is he gonna be surprised?
I'm marked.
That's what you get when you marry a gangster. I gotta have a drink.
No, Humpty, you've been good.
Damn it!
She's very pretty, but somewhere there's a tragic flaw.
You're looking for Humpty's daughter? You would never try to hide her, would you?
夫の娘が現れた時、4人の運命が狂い始める。
Oh God! Now my head is pounding.
Is that a gun?
They're gonna kill me.
Crazy to me.
I know what it is you did.
Take an aspirin.
I want a scotch!
Don't you think you're being a little melodramatic?
女と男の観覧車。